Man, y'all started making jokes about how you're gonna fall in love with Bill, Coconut Bill. Like, Brooch and him have had a love affair already. That's
Really?
That's what that was. Like,
really? That's what that was?
Save it.
Yeah.
Save it.
Well, no, we'll get into it.
We're
later.
recording right now. We could talk about this.
Well, we're in Crypt Files then.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
We're in
Well,
the Crypt
open it
Files.
up.
Go ahead.
Yes, Alex, please tell us more about this because
Yeah.
I thought my assumption was like, oh, because that's the thing is like, oh, it's
pirates,
a pirate.
yeah.
You meet up with someone you know, and it's like, and the
Probably
way they were
not
like,
a good
oh,
relationship.
No, you coded that very romantically.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's
they
very much
fucked.
Bill happy to see.
I didn't catch that.
an
I
ex.
thought it was like what I thought was that like Brooch had like betrayed him or turned him in,
Right.
and that's why he ended up in the prison barge. But like weirdly, like Coconut Bill was.
That even makes more sense.
It makes more sense because then Coconut Bill was like, "I was good to see you," you know.
Yeah.
It's-
And I was
it's-
like, and now that makes more sense.
It's Bill excited to see Brooch, and it's Brooch who's spent so long trying to like save these people that were lost to him, and him completing that, and him coming back and be like, "Oh, I didn't think I'd see you again."
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, well,
I like
I don't.
that.
These
you
are
were
all my
talking
friends.
about-
I don't know how to react.
When you were
You're the
talking about
last
like, oh, it
person.
doesn't sound like it ended well, I was like, no, it didn't. But
It
I
did-
thought like
right,
everybody
it-
was on the same page.
No, I thought
Yeah,
it was
I thought
like
it was like a pirate betrayal kind
yes,
of
I thought it
situation.
was Pirate Betrayal.
And
I didn't realize.
mean, in a way, but a pirate, love betrayal.
someone stole someone's booty.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I'm
And this is something
sorry.
you would maybe, I don't know, I wouldn't have known without listening to
Val's in recovery mode.
The Crypt Files. Look,
But no, I thought that was so
that's what
funny
you
when
get.
you all were kind of coming up with this love story with Coconut Bill while in there, and I'm just
That's
thinking,
hilarious.
God, Brooch is just way.
That's really awesome. I really like that. That's cool.
No, it's a good touch.
Yeah, I mean,
And their dynamic felt like, I don't know, the way you played both of the characters against each other, even if it was just that brief moment, it
yeah,
felt.
it's always tough. I don't like
you don't
turning
wanna
in too
so-
much
I
where
was
I'm
peeing.
the
Are you
only
telling
NPC.
me that they are like
so
were a
Coconut
couple at some
Bill
point?
and
Oh, you
Brooch
missed this?
were
Did you
lovers.
not read that? I'm not fucking kidding. Am I the only one that picked up on that?
None of us
It's so
I
fucking
didn't. I did
obvious.
not.
Yeah, nobody else did.
No.
And that's why I wanted to say something, because I don't think it landed with everybody.
Now that
Maybe
we,
it's
like,
just
say
because
it out
I'm
loud,
used to
the
talking
pieces
in-
match.
Yes.
Like it
Yeah,
fits.
no, it makes a lot of sense once
But-
you hear it.
But
And
guess
Coconut
it's-
Bill,
I just
he
thought
heard
they
Brooch's
had
name,
some
he
like
was like,
pirate dealings.
Brooch?
before.
The flamboyant southern accent thing. Maybe it's just because I'm so used to it. But I was like, yeah, they definitely fucked.
Man, overall, this episode is so much fun. I mean, I don't know
Except
if
for
we
all
really.
the poop top.
And I hate to make it like a trope
especially
in
because
Haven.
of-
I hate to make it a trope in Haven, but in my headcanon, we talked about this in Crypt Files before, but in my headcanon, Arthur was gay, or at least bisexual, or something
Sure.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And so now we've got two characters that are...
That's just the South, baby.
Guys,
All of our listeners
I'm
in
feeling
the
really
That's fine.
uncomfortable.
That's just the South, baby.
I'm really uncomfortable right now. I'm just gonna say it.
That's fantastic.
So anyway, I laughed at thinking about
Yeah,
the accent
yeah.
thing, but...
Like, why are they from the South? Like, why does that have to be?
It's just the accent.
It is just that accent. It's very much that.
It brings it out in
like
people.
the episode
Yeah.
of King of the Hill. They go to Louisiana.
Oh, well, Bill Dotrieve.
the
family.
Dotrieve
Yeah.
family say that character I
yeah,
lean into
yeah.
as much as I can whenever I can.
His
House of
brother.
Cards.
yeah. It's
Gil-
like,
House
Gil-
of
Gilmere
Cards.
or-
Yes.
yeah. How
Gilmore.
how long
Well,
have you been
now.
waiting there? All my life. Or was it
That is one of the
37
best.
years?
Yeah.
Love
Yeah,
that.
as far as the rest of it goes, I can't remember. Like, we've had a lot of laugh-filled moments since we started doing in person again, but the whole shit shtick, I know it was
Jeez
really
Louise.
overplayed.
So bad.
But I hadn't laughed that hard in a long time. That was so funny.
Yeah.
Dash, thank you for letting us do that.
Sure. Obviously.
letting us
Obviously-
shit on your character.
Obviously, Val-
for like a half an hour.
Full metagame, Val not into shit.
Yeah, it's obviously.
But
not
Dash,
canon, like,
super into it.
but Dash, no, no.
Don't
that-
make a character like you.
That's
sorry.
the number one rule of role play.
No, that was fun to get to like riff, and obviously we're just like joking around, but
Yeah, obviously.
yeah, it's
It's just those fun little like
Clearly.
pop-up cartoon moments is how I feel them. It's like when you're all describing something that's happening. It's like this little thought bubble is always how I picture these things.
yeah, it's I mean, I don't know. I just felt like overall, the episode, obviously the weird tangents aside, it was super funny just because it felt like we were all very loose and we were all just like kind of going with it and we're having fun, and it also felt like in terms of like we actually did accomplish some things where like early on in the episode when we were having these little laugh fits, I'm just like, I don't know if we're gonna get anything done.
This really feels like us just
But we still
innocent.
we managed to escape the ship and then liberate the prison barge and get rid of the captain and still, I mean, despite all that, I still like
That I just have a quick question for y'all as tabletop role playing gamers. Like, my only interaction with these kind of games has been as long as we've had a podcast. And is what we just did a normal session, or would we have accomplished that in way shorter of a time if we weren't a podcast?
I
You know
would
what I
s-
mean? Not because we're
longer
pretty
in my
normal.
opinion.
It's pretty normal. I've had groups
But yeah,
where the
this is all pretty
crosstalk and
normal.
everything is really frowned upon, and that sucks.
Okay.
Like, I want to be able to bust out into song and singing at
Yeah.
the table. I want to be able to bust into jokes. I want to have side conversations about mastering Commander. Like,
Yeah, it's
You're
it's
the
always
only one.
dependent on your group. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
and
And
I
there's
think the
there's
ones that don't-
degrees to that. There's a
and there
spectrum of
are-
that for sure.
There's
There's
nothing
definitely
wrong.
serious groups, and then there's
Yeah.
definitely groups that are kind of more like us that just
Have fun.
riff.
But
and
in terms of time efficiency, where do we rate?
Middle of the road.
middle.
Okay.
I'd say the
Yeah,
middle.
I'd say
and,
middle
and
of
the
the
truth
road.
is this. The truth is this. Think about this. Would we have gotten this far and this long into our group and into all of these campaigns without having fun the way that we have? Because I've never been with a group. I've played with serious groups.
That's true.
They've
You
never
want to go
played this long.
farther. Yeah.
And that's not because of like, oh, they're not having fun. I don't want to play anymore. It's like,
Sure.
they just fizzle out.
Yeah.
Because no one's having fucking fun.
I mean, like striking that balance is always great, and you need to. But I mean, I feel like generally everyone still has the same ultimate goal, which is like we still want to play and
Yeah.
progress. We also are capable of really dramatic moments as well.
Yeah.
I feel like
As
we've
we've
had
seen.
a lot of moments.
Especially
In
this
this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially.
Already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so just striking that balance is fantastic. So I mean, episodes like this are fun and they're necessary.
A
'Cause it-
reprieve.
Yeah, because we do get really dark and really heavy occasionally.
and super dark and super heavy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, really dark themes and things that are, like you said, considerably heavy. So yeah, it's good to just play around and pal around because we're gonna have those heavy things coming up no matter what.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. So how does everybody feel about what we got done and where we're at? How does Val feel about, Coconut Bill having his ship now and everything?
Yeah, I don't know because there's a part of me that's like, well, we just gave a pirate ship.
yeah.
Is he a homie now?
But
Is he a
there's
homie
dime
now?
a dozen. There are so many out there. There are so many pirates. Like, we've got a good relationship. We are responsible for him having a ship.
Right.
I feel like we have.
Does he
ownership.
owe us?
I also,
Right.
I also
Do we still
think,
need to beat the face in of this tabaxi? And
No, I don't think. I think that's off
That was
now.
gonna be actually one meta thing. Like, something that was in the back of my mind is like, I got to make sure this tabaxi gets over the rail and into the water before
before Ace gets to him. Yeah.
Ace.
I
like,
think
has anything
we're
to
all
do.
done with the tabaxi.
I think the Tabaxi plan relied on the fact of like a forensic investigation happening
From
on
a
this
burned out
ship
husk
that
of a
burned
ship.
down into the bottom of the ocean.
Well, let's
Yeah, we're
see,
talking
the
like
splatter.
Ace just got this into his head.
Yeah.
We're
Right.
gonna burn down the ship, and
We're talking
gonna
fucking CSI.
beat up
Have
this
to leave
tabaxi.
a tabaxi body for sure.
I once ran a
Obviously.
campaign that had like a Sherlock Holmes character that was tracking the party throughout the campaign, and that was always made me laugh.
I
It was
love
like
that.
the evidence that they left behind
Yeah.
constantly.
Regardless of anything, there needs to be a tabaxi body with,
Yeah,
with only dental records.
Even
that
if we
are
that's-
identifiable.
that's the
Even
type
if we
of
leave
shit that
Simon on some other remote island,
Yeah.
there's got to be
Dentistry and
time.
quilting,
And that's the type of shit
everyone's
they
got
would
their
do.
teeth on
And-
record.
and really, that's just the
that's
way-
what the ziggurat is. It's full of teeth impressions.
That-
all those who lived in quilting.
That's That's really the way I want to play Ace. I just want to get him focused on one thing.
Yeah.
And that one thing is the thing that he's going to focus on until the end of
Until he
whatever.
forgets and
Yeah.
new
Until
thing comes
whatever is
along.
going on.
I also feel like, with like these pirates taking over the ship, that's kind of the perfect excuse for us. Then we could be like, we were lost at sea. Like these pirates, there was a mutiny. They took over the ship.
Obviously, we were in that boat.
We are not connected to the ship because it's Coconut Bill's ship and his crew's. So have no direct relation to the ship, technically, as long as he doesn't squirrel. So I don't know. I feel like this could work out for your parents, Simon, or not.
The
I
problem
like that
I
point of
have-
this. I hope you're right. I don't think you are, but I hope you are, and that's it.
Yeah, it definitely makes me sad that like doing the storyline where we escape this way, it doesn't make it easy to go back to Quilton.
It's got some real cost.
Yeah.
Like some pretty
It
heavy
does.
cost.
And we made that decision as we played. We knew that we weren't going to spend 3 years as our characters just traveling around in a
Could've, I
boat.
guess.
Simon was okay with it.
Yeah, Ace was not okay.
Yeah,
with it.
I was not okay with it. Yeah, Valen was not going to spend 3 years.
But I kind
Yeah.
of think the Drescues are not morally good. So
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
fine
hell no.
sort of
So-
disobeying.
So Simon is
They're-
100% against rescues at this point, for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely the.
It's like the O'Driscoll gang in Red Dead Redemption 2.
If we want to get meta about it, there's the option of what we're going
weird.
to do in the future. Of are we going to go back to Quilton or are we going to go adventure?
Yeah.
Or what do you need
And we need
before you can
some
go back to
very
Quilton?
specific things to get back to Quilton.
I
What
don't
make
feel
you
like
feel
we-
confident about being able to go back.
I feel like not out of like DM direction, but out of the environment and just the choices we've made, we don't have a lot of choices at this point.
Yeah.
Without like taking down the Drescues, we're kind of we're in a situation where we have a specific path that's
Yeah.
kind of like laid out for us where we're not going home for a while.
That's an
Yeah, we
interesting
won't be able
take.
to thrive without addressing this.
And
That's an
and
interesting
on
take.
on that note, and maybe to segue into our next episodes, I've gotten most of the entries from everyone. Red, I still need yours on places to visit, so I can put on a table because
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what will happen when we set sail. When Bruce
about
sets
that.
sails, is we will roll a d20 and we will find out where we're going to go next.
Ooh, that's fun.
Oh, that's fun.
cool.
Dude, I
So
like
there-
I
that.
want to
There-
get you one more. I'm going to work on one more.
Yes, anyone
Can we
more? I
give you
still got-
more if we want?
if you've got other ideas, I'll put them in a notebook and
Okay.
they'll just be ideas.
Great.
But yeah.
so when you get a D40, you can roll a D40.
Right. I think I'm gonna try and keep it tight at 20.
The one I
But
gave
if
you
we-
was a really obvious one, so I feel like I need to get one.
Oh, for sure, that one's yeah. And that was the thing is like, what's one that's gonna be interesting for your character, but then what is one you as a player would think is
would be
fun? Like, what's a story you want to tell? It's like I'll take that and I will add things to it to turn it into the story that we're telling.
Cool.
But yeah, definitely a lot of fun places we can go.
and that's
in
just
the
such a
future.
cool
And so I think it
thing.
will be this kind of more open.
Yeah.
Like find out some things about the world before we head back
That's
to
just such a
Quilton.
fun thing about you as a DM, Alex.
Yep.
Is like you give us this opportunity to build this world together.
Oh,
it's not
absolutely.
just you
Yeah.
like offering this like world and we play in it, but now we're like participating. That's very cool.
It's collaborative.
for sure.
Cool, guys. Well, that is all the time that we have for this Crypt Files. We're on a bit of a time crunch tonight. So thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for listening to the last episode and this Crypt Files. We will be back next Monday to find out what happens with the crew of this prison barge and Brooch's ship, a.k.a. the Boys of Quilton Bay. Be sure to check out
The banana boat.
the Banana Boat Boys. Be sure to check out dndpodcast.org for access to all of our episodes, past and present, as well as the Crypt Files inbox, our weekly TTRPG themed blog. And if you don't feel like checking the website for new content, hey, let us do the work for you. Just subscribe to our newsletter and you'll receive weekly messages with the latest updates. Sign up at dndpodcast.org/subscribe. And if you want to support us financially, you can become a patron over at patreon.com/inattheend or go to bit.ly/humblein while shopping at Humble Bundle to get yourself something fancy while helping us keep the lights on. Hey, thanks for joining us around our peripheral dabadoo.
I was all ready to say what a professional.
And
What a professional, and then you had to fuck it up at the end.
Grab your sword and keep on adventuring.